All right, welcome to the Informed Investor Series, where we're talking about common operating mistakes. One of the most common is giving an employee a free unit. Listen to why that's a horrible idea. Enjoy.
We never give an employee a free unit, right? It lowers our NOI. And how are our properties valued? By your NOI, right? Which means if we give an employee a free unit, it lowers our NOI, which means, and then what do we do with rents every year? Raise them. So we're giving them a free raise and at the same time lowering our property value at the same time. That doesn't make sense to me. Y'all agree? Now, the most that I've ever done is a temporary discount, meaning a temporary discount to, and I use, if it's like a hard reposition, and a reposition, especially a hard reposition, I want to keep somebody there to oversee things once the staff leaves, right? To make sure that order is maintained. Now, I also told you what's the number one reason people leave? Not handling maintenance requests. What I like to do in the beginning, you're going to see like a management play. We talked about management yesterday. Village East is an example. Village East, bad management. They didn't handle those types of requests. Well, we want to immediately let tenants know that things are changing. So we give a temporary discount to the maintenance person on staff so that when there's a maintenance request, they can immediately go take care of those kind of things. Tenants feel taken care of, but it's temporary, okay? Temporary. Now you have a pretty funny law here in the state of California, and that law is that you have to have what's called a resident manager on site. The resident manager is not an employee. I mean, it can be an employee, but that's not an employee. My advice to you would be not to make that an employee. Make that a tenant that you give a discount to. The reason you don't want to make it an employee, do you ever have to fire employees? Okay, so if you ever have to fire an employee, and understand we're not having this conversation, typically that's your management company who's having that conversation. Let's say that they live on site, which means they lose their job and their house in the same day. I don't want to do that to anybody, and I don't want to make my management company have to tell that to anybody. But if we have to fire somebody, we have to fire somebody. So I like a good work-life separation. I would rather that they live off-site. I think that that's more healthy. But if they're going to live there, it's going to be a temporary discount.